Hello students, today we are going to deal The Merchant of Venice Act 3 Scene 2 for class 10 students. Students, this scene, Act 3 Scene 2 is set in Belmont in a room in Portia's house. You will find characters Bassanio, Portia, Gratiano, Nerissa and attendants. Children, this is the third of the casket scenes. Already in 9th standard, you had learned two casket scenes, Prince of Morocco and Prince of Aragon made their choice of the caskets. So this is the third of the casket scenes where you will find that Bassanio is anxious to try his luck at once. And Portia is deliberately requesting Bassanio to postpone choosing the casket for some couple of days or for some time, as she would lose him if Bassanio were to choose the wrong one. So let's start, students. Portia, I pray you tarry. Here tarry means to wait. Pause a day or two before you hazard. Hazard, you know, to take risking the final choice, before risking or before making the final choice. For in choosing wrong, I lose your company. Therefore, forbear a while. There's something tells me, but it is not love. I would not lose you, and you know yourself. Hate counsels not in such a quality, but least you should not understand me well, and yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought. I would detain you here some month or two before you venture for me. So students, listen this extract very carefully. Here Portia is requesting Bassanio to wait for a day or two before risking or before participating, before choosing the final choice, before making the final choice. And if Bassanio makes a wrong choice, then Portia shall no longer be his, and so she is requesting to postpone the choice. Initially she told for a couple of days, and then you will find for some month or two. So in the beginning of the passage, Portia requests Bassanio to delay his choosing of the casket by a day or two. For if Bassanio were to choose wrong, Portia would lose his company. And what does this mean? This shows that Portia loves Bassanio. Students, underline counsels. Counsels means advice. So indirectly Portia is declaring her love for Bassanio, because she says that hatred does not counsel, means if someone hates somebody, then they will never give advice in such a manner which directly points out that Portia is in love with Bassanio. Underline this line, and yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought. Now what does this line mean? So here Portia cannot express her love clearly because she is a maiden, and it would be immodest for her to do so. That is why in an indirect way she is confessing her love for Bassanio. I would detain you here some month or two before you venture for me. Here venture means before Portia would like to make Bassanio stay for a month or two before he makes the choice to win Portia. Okay. So now next, see, I could teach you how to choose right, but then I am forsworn. Forsworn means, underline this, promised before. Okay. So Portia says that she can teach Bassanio how to choose correctly, but she cannot, as she had promised her dead father not to assist, not to help any suitor. So students, through these words, through these lines, what sort of Portia's character we can figure out? We can say that in this scene, Portia clearly shows that she loves Bassanio, though she does not say it, and wishes him to win her hand by choosing the right casket, while in other casket scenes, Portia wishes that the suitors choose the wrong casket. So Portia, that means Portia does not wish to lose Bassanio soon. She wants him to delay the trial as long as possible so that she may enjoy his company for some time. So in this extract, students, Portia appears as a modest girl in love with Bassanio and at the same time bound by the wishes of her dead father. So as a compromise, she suggests that Bassanio delay the choice of casket so that she may spend some happy time with him. So will I never be. So may you miss me. Here miss means lose me. But if you do, you will make me wish a scene. But if you do that I had been forsworn, beschrew your eyes. They have overlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours. Mine own I would say, but if mine, then yours, and so all yours. So students, please clearly listen to these lines that here Portia deliberately wants Bassanio to win her and by any means, but she is oath bounded. She cannot break that oath which she had promised to her dead father. So Bassanio may choose the wrong casket and thus lose her. But in that case, Bassanio would make Portia wish that she should have committed the sin of breaking the promise. Now, here Portia says that evil should fall on his eyes so that she get confounded, enchanted, and they have cast a spell on her, cast some magical words on her and split her personality. So here what she says that as Bassanio's eyes have cast a spell on her and divided her, and she no longer seems to be herself. She moreover adds that half of her belongs to Bassanio and the other half to her. And then she adds that even if the other half is hers, it will still be Bassanio's. That it clearly means that Portia is entirely Bassanio's. She is eagerly waiting Bassanio to make the right choice because she is in madly love with Bassanio. Oh, these naughty times put bars between the owners and their rights. So here Portia is saying that the times are cruel which put obstacles, bars means obstacles, between the owners and their position. Here owners refers to Bassanio and their positions refers to Portia. Therefore, I am all yours means here Portia is saying that she is all Bassanio's because she loves him. Still, she is not yet totally his because he has to win Portia. Bassanio has to win Portia. So, if it proves that, here Portia says that if it proves that Portia cannot be Bassanio's, then she is ready to to do that scene of breaking the oath, and she is speaking too much only to make delay, to retard, to elongate the time and prolong it to the fullest extent to hold Bassanio back from choosing the casket. So students, from this extract, what aspect of Portia's character we can figure out? That Portia is always true, not only to herself but also to others. When she is in love with Bassanio, she expresses her love in indirect way. As being a maiden, she cannot proclaim it or declare it directly. Moreover, we can see that she is a witty person who talks eloquently and puts forth her views in very nicest words, and she was stretching the time to prolonging it so that she can delay Bassanio's choice of the casket. Students, I hope that this extract, this portion is very clear to you. Please go through it. I shall return with the next part of this scene.